research him. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a very sharp guy. Very down to earth though. That's why he and I get along.
Right, I know. Nothing against Riley, but the lady we've been working with feels more of like psychiatrist than anything else, and like she'll never like. Well, what if we do surgery? Well, there's a lot of different. This guy in Cincinnati's like, look, we need to pinpoint where it's going to be. We're not going to be looking it all over and potentially put a couple different holes in his head. We're gonna, and then you're right. He goes, we're gonna get with my team.
Yep.
Evaluate it, pinpoint exactly where these seizures are coming from, and if it's at this lobe or this lobe, that's where we're going. And I told Kayla, I said, that's my guy. That's
fair.
Absolutely, 100%.
I hate to walk away from that.
And then you talk to Rush about, hey, we could do a surgery, and he's like, no, I don't want. I go, buddy, if it could stop your seizures, you gotta.
Yeah.
When Haas was
and give you a life that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest thing as a parent.
5 years. Turned in paperwork, a letter to him saying, you know, I will.
Your boy still do track?
Nope.
He said,
No,
I was.
Carter doesn't do any sports.
involved in
He just wants to work.
He said,
Yeah,
I'll take that.
that's
back.
good.
And then Noah likes football, basketball,
Say I'm gonna
and golf.
retire.
He loves golf. Golf's his favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're both workers. I mean,
What grade Noah in?
he'll be two high schoolers, freshman and sophomore.
Is he with Kevin? With Kaysen?
No, Cason's a year behind him.
Okay,
Yep.
because that football team only lost one game last
So
year.
were the vultures.
Yeah, there's a good group coming in.
Yeah.
Noah's class really has about, I'd say 4 that are
Yeah.
can be coached and do well. But then that 8th grade team following, they'll be good.
Yeah.
And I want the coach they have that they hired down at Sigurd because that seems really close to
The King, right?
King.
Yeah.
He's taken just terrible programs. He's old school.
Yeah.
But he's good.
Yeah.
So he coached my nephew at Sigurd and did a nice job there.
It's actually streaming
Obviously,
right
those
now,
things I was
but
like, but you know, with over coach.
Yeah, right. And like you said, if he's old school, I mean, I can relate to. Well, I think you can too. So
Absolutely.
it's just it makes some. You know, I had a coach that could make you feel like you were the best player on the world, but then if you made a mistake, he could make you feel like you're.
Correct. And I really, I mean, Andy Stanford's a dear friend, but
Oh yeah.
when I watch practices, I'm like, you know, the banging heads, we were pushing and sled. I never felt like there was any hard.
Yeah.
And,
But then you want them to show up and play hard, like.
well, and that's the problem. That's the problem today. I think those kids out there, we sit in front of the hard things. Guess what? That's what it takes.
Yeah.
You and I know it. We did
I
it.
know, I thought that was.
It's wrestling and football are the two hardest sports you can ever play.
And you know, we would go to 2 days and then all my buddies would come out and put up hay all afternoon. We'd 2 days in the morning, hay. Mom would feed us like idiots,
Yeah.
fried chicken, you know, whatever. And then we would go back to 2 days at night.
Good
We
night.
roll with it.
You know they don't do that anymore.
I'm gonna.
I think they're getting away from 2 days.
so with a lot of
See,
those,
that's what I.
That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's.
Yeah.
But that's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know if you'd seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Can you try to? Yeah, I'll just print it off. Yes.
yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
We just accept what they provide. We don't really have an opinion here.
Well, on a few. So, for instance, I'll indicate tonight, like I'm using credit cards. Schools are using credit cards, they accept wire cards. And so I'm thinking that if you want to, we don't want to, so we can pay, they will pay those. But then I designated, the business manager and from the BCA treasurer to be there and Tracy to manage them. So sometimes those are the changes. It's not like a regular decision. All I know is my pay, they're pretty basic. So when you never go into the things, you can see what I am proposing. Most of the time it's a change, it's just a temporary change. And you don't have much of a choice, it's the law.
Right, it's just the setup.
Yeah, so you'll see some parentheses in green and like accent, and I might put a dollar, or I might check his signature, so sometimes there's options.
So like with the credit card, we able to add so I mean, so many places are doing that, you know, even restaurants and stuff. If you use a credit card, it's 3%. Added. I mean, it just seems like a dollar.
Now, the bill, that's a good question, Tracy, for the credit card. Do they charge a fee in order to get?
Yeah, I saw, I came in through the, they're cleaning out that building or what, they're just giving stuff away, there's people.
So you can go in there if, and
So do we get the
There's something
cash
wrong.
offers fee to
like,
them?
we can go in there, like Polly gave a bunch
I
to
don't know, like the ticket.
a school, right?
I just saw them like, they're cleaning it out, man.
That's different.
Yeah.
What'd you do, give stuff to the school?
Yeah.
They gave me vouchers. It looked like they were loading up some chairs or something. What are you doing? I'm sure.
Do you know, hey, Amazon for $17.
So we do
So what do you-
charge for athletic events, but not for.
So we don't, the athletic doesn't come to us.
Right.
Yeah, so they already,
Oh, they're
I
doing
just
it
said
all.
ASS.
So
is
it got
athletic.
done through Bailey's.
Not ringing a bell. You know where?
No, because this one here.
I mean, I can find out
But
too,
we
but.
don't.
Sierra Reyes,
But
yeah.
like so when we're accepting credit cards and so we charge them like $2.
But it's actually not the same, that's the.
That we're charging. In order to maximum that we can, but we're not repeating all of it, we still lose them.
But not as much. as
But it is
we
not the
did.
same.
So we, because there's some, or not.
Yeah, it is. It might be
This
MT,
one's the,
ML.
this is the coordinator, they're not stuff the same.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Did they hire a coordinator?
We can only charge up to a.
Well, I have two glasses on my head, for my sunglasses and my glasses on my head.
You're alright.
It's only $4.
We've been out of power. Are you serious?
Been a long week.
Flat fee?
Were you guys out of power?
Maybe
for a while?
per
days.
transaction.
We got it back at midnight on Saturday.
Yeah,
That's as much as.
Amy, Saturday evening, weren't we?
Who do you guys have?
So we
Warren
just-
County?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry.
I have Minnesota. They kept sending me an update. Your power will be scored at 3. Nothing. Your power will be scored at 6.
No, I think it was
Nothing.
Friday.
Power 9 p.m. Nothing.
Yeah.
I worked
Midnight
all
at work though.
I worked all day Friday on the generators, but I think it was Friday evening.
Yeah, we got our generator. But ours only powers like the,
Yeah.
like the fridge, the
Yeah.
water pump. I mean, we just.
Yeah, I did take a shower.
Ours will do everything but our
Okay,
AC.
let's call this meeting to order. Stand for the pledge and a moment of silence, please. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have a full board tonight. And we do have an addition to the agenda. We're gonna add that to new business, so we'll add E8. And that is an overnight basketball request for a overnight stay for a, some sort of
Like a
a
camp.
camp.
Yeah,
I'll
team
read
camp.
more in detail when we get there, but that's basically what it's gonna be.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the agenda with an added E8 to an item.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and a second. Is there any other questions or issues with the agenda? If not, could I get a motion or not, excuse me, signify by saying aye to accept our agenda?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any visitors wanting to speak?
No.
Do we have any visitors? Yeah, we have a few. Okay. We have a couple. Okay, so routine matters, B1, minutes of the regular board meeting of May 18th, 2026, minutes of the special board meeting of June 2nd, 2026, and the minutes of the executive session of June 9th, 2026. Could I get a motion for those, please?
I'll make a motion for the minutes of the regular board meeting of May 18th, 2026, minutes of the special board meeting of June 2nd, 2026, and minutes of the executive session of June 9th, 2026.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and second. Is there any questions or corrections that anybody sees needed addressed? If not, signify by saying aye to accept the minutes.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. B2, vouchers and financial reports. Can I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion for the vouchers and financial reports.
I'll second.
Motion and a second for the vouchers and financial reports. Is there any questions that we need to address, or Tracy, do you have anything?
I have nothing to
Ordinary.
point out unless you guys have any questions. Standard.
Thanks for the explanations on some of the differences that there were from
Yeah.
year to year, cause
Yeah.
I was gonna have questions, so you didn't answer them.
You're welcome.
Okay, everything's good. Signify by saying aye to bring these into play.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Communications. One, we have donations. We have lots of donations.
BC there.
This is all Benton Central. We have CAP, Spain trip, FFA, student activity, a lot of soccer donations, and auto tech program. Just under $6,000. That's really amazing. And Prairie Crossing, I think, yep, they had a big chunk to the student activity fund, $4,500.
That was Audubon, yeah.
Agreed.
None for prayer crossing.
Oh, I'm sorry, auto,
Yeah.
not Prairie Crossing. That's my bad. Okay, very good. C2, fundraiser report. We
Just a
do
couple.
have a couple of things going on this summer for volleyball at the county fair and a camp.
Yep.
Okay, C3, curriculum update.
We have Mrs. Fisher here.
Sorry. Well, how's everybody tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. So we went over a number of things, at the retreat, but I did want to, reiterate for curriculum that we are heading into our second year of, with more and more teachers trained in the science of reading and earning their, literacy endorsement. We are, heading into our second year of using CKLA, our reading program. And so we're, getting on our feet. You know, when you have a new curriculum, it was just kind of each lesson, each unit, keeping your head above water. And now we can look back and we can make adjustments and then head into our second year. We are headed into our fourth year with McGraw-Hill Reveal Math. And we had the opportunity this summer, we had 15 teachers and counting, because we did have it taped and some can do it virtually before the start of school. They can watch it. It also 2 hours of training, one trainer for the high school, 6 through 12, and one trainer for K through 5. And so we had good attendance on that in person. They were able to ask questions, to review all of the aspects of the resources, and then especially because we have a new law now requiring us to screen and intervene for students K through 8 in math. Specifically, K through 2, we have to purchase a screener, which we've gone with Forefront. And so we're in the process of pushing out some training videos that teachers can watch on their own at the time of their choosing. We will also have training as the school year begins. But basically, the reason the state has done this is because there is this, just like we had the push in the science of reading, there's more research, there's more knowledge about how students learn in math. And they talked about it, it's like mathematics versus numerology, and we really need that focus on early numerology. So you can think of it like this. Mathematics is like, I pass out a worksheet on division problems, and you figure out and learn how to repeatedly do division problems. So you kind of have that algorithm. That's mathematics. But numeracy is more the being able to apply it in the real world. So I give you and your friends a bag of candy, and I say, now you need to divide this equally. Now you can figure out why and how you're using division. Or you go with your friends to the newly opened chocolate shop and you decide to split the bill. You're dividing it. So just being able to have that, and of course there's much more to it. It's number sense, it's spatial reasoning, measurement, pattern recognition, problem solving, all those things that help our kids get ready for more math. And the research shows that the strongest predictor of future math success is that K-1-2 success. And the early screening helps with getting right in and having intervention happen rather than waiting for kids to, teaching lots and lots of lessons and then waiting for kids to fail and then trying to go back. So that's the premise of the state pushing this law and how we're going to be addressing it at BCSC. And we'll talk more next month about that upcoming PD. We do have a great advantage with math because we are partnering with Wabash Valley and their math coaching center. And we'll be working with 2 coaches each one of the PD days for an hour. Our math teachers will have that coaching and be able to learn new strategies and to look at the data, have some coaches that will help them with looking at that data and with their instruction. Because the bad part for this is, it would be a wonderful, wonderful world if every teacher could just say, take my kids that don't know this and with an interventionist, but we don't have interventionists we have Title I, which helps us intervene with reading, but we don't have it for math. So that means we have to really help the teachers in the classroom with Tier 1 instruction and being able to figure out how to do that dance between intervening, helping kids catch up, and keep going.
That's great.
I have one question. I know we kind of covered it at a retreat, but I thought I had it and I think I lost it. But for the K-5, they're still using IXL, but then the olders are using Alex.
Actually, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th will have access to IXL.
Okay.
But the upper grades use Alex. And some of the 6th grade teachers are actually, the 6th grade teachers in math, they are using Alex. So the kids get introduced to it before they go into 7th grade. But then they're also using IXL for, let's say we've been doing a lesson, trying to check real time to see who knows what from the lesson. That's Alex is a tool that you can use for that.
So I just was making sure, because when you switch from something, it kind of makes you wonder where's the transition happening. So that helps clarify that a little bit too.
Great.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay, C4 project update.
Okay, I have some pictures here and they are making progress. So that is the Otterburn Elementary gym, so the floor has been removed. So they've been working on that. And then also the new dining space is being worked on, and so that's the hallway there. They did need to remove a part of a wall to put a couple door entryways to the new dining space. Let's see.
Did they run into anything with the floor that they weren't expecting?
No, we had the initial mercury issue that they were able to abate pretty easily. Yeah, which is a pretty typical thing for a rubber floor. So,
Okay.
but nothing that they did not know about.
Nobody buried underneath?
No, no. Here we have, that is the new dining space they're working on there. Okay. And then that is the pool, and as you can see, that's covered, and then up above that new dehumidification system is being installed. they've done, I mean, that plastic down there is pretty secure. They've done a nice job of keeping that fairly clean.
Is that exposed ductwork, is that part of this, or has that been like that? I haven't been in the pool for years. The duct.
That was there before.
That was there,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
And right now, there's something like on top of the building, I'm assuming it has to do with the ventilation. Is that always there, or is it just for this
I'm not for
project?
sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I
It's
can
like,
visualize
is that for
that
the
yet.
new?
Yeah.
Must be for the new.
The new ventilation system gonna help with the heat in there when you go in there?
It should help with the humidity for
Okay.
sure. Yeah. I don't think it's
It's
gonna
still,
be
yeah, it's
Yeah.
still like a kind of a
a
personal
little sauna. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it should help with that. Plus it's the cost effectiveness too. So yeah. This is the new storage / multipurpose building out at BC, and that's the interior. The bottom left here is the one of the restrooms, but you can see they put in the doors and finishing up the interior. I believe I have another picture there. Yes, some more there. So things are shaping up.
Mhm.
And again, we hope to have this complete by the beginning of the school year.
Good.
And again, we still have the bi-weekly meetings that we attend. Last time we had our retreat, so we weren't there, but Ryan or Representative always comes. And Tecton did tell me that they have never had a school that representatives show up, school board and employees. So that was a nice thing to hear, that they appreciated our involvement in that.
Good.
Okay.
Right. C5, first reading of Neola policy, volume 38, number 2, and special update, June 2026.
So yes, they sent me 2 updates, and so there's a lot there. However, most of it is all technical and grammar in nature, and has to deal with the new state statutes. So aligning those new laws and statutes with our policy. They are correlating the language for the cell phone and devices with the new state statute, what constitutes a device. So that one has a lot of technical changes, as you will see in a few places, because every time it talks about cell phone and devices, it's with staff and students and all of that. So you'll see that. There is a new policy, new acceptance of credit card payment policy. We accept credit cards when it comes to cafeteria and sporting events and other payments, and so they want us to have a policy now. So that policy is in there, and in that policy, we just dictate who manages that, and that would be our business department. And you'll see that in there. Addressing AI in multiple policies. That shouldn't be a surprise as we start to use it. So I talked to a Neola representative today, and he indicated that make sure that I share those new policies with the staff, so they're aware of the policies. But he also said that things are fluid and they're going to change, and so look for future updates when it comes to AI. So those are the highlights of things that you will see in the draft folder. We will vote on the approval of that next month, so you have some time to do some laser reading on that. But it is pretty technical and grammatical in nature. Very few choices we have.
I felt like I was reading the same thing over and over. I'm like,
Yes.
am I just like
So
mistaking it?
4135 is
Yeah.
the same as 3135, except it's for students
Employees.
versus staff
Yeah.
versus certified.
That's what I
It's
figured out.
redundant. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta make it official.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you for that. C6, ECA audit report, July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2025.
So yeah, the State Board of Accounts just completed their audit on our extracurricular accounts, which is the accounts that are at the school. And there was a couple of write-ups, but nothing major. It had to deal with ticket sales. Part of it was with some cleaning up in areas and stuff. Some ledgers were misplaced and we weren't able to recreate them or find them. And then the other write-up was basically with the transition from doing actual tickets to event link. You know, the people that were working the thing weren't used to hitting the event link and stuff. So in that transition, those numbers weren't quite jiving. But we always had more cash than the ticket show on, so it was never less, so. Those were just the two write-ups, so they were actually was a really good audit for them.
That's pretty minor with everything that's involved.
Yeah, it's nothing. Very, very minor.
All right,
Our
thank you.
elementaries are still gonna be using the ticket, little tickets,
The
right?
event link, yeah.
Or no, our
Oh.
elementaries, our elementaries. Because they still.
They're going to.
They're going to event
Event
link.
link also, yeah.
They're supposed to be.
This fall, they'll be, have,
Mhm.
could transition completely to event link.
Okay.
It's probably easier for everyone to.
After the initial
After
learning
the
curve.
initial, yeah,
Yes.
it is much easier.
So will they still be able to accept cash though too, or no?
I assume so.
I believe we still are.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But some schools say no to that.
And see,
but-
that's where this was when they, at BC, those people hadn't purchased their tickets to the event link and they were paying cash and they weren't hitting the event link,
Okay,
you know,
Yeah.
at the beginning in the transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it shows somebody
So it
paid.
would
for
Yeah.
show,
their
they had $5, but they didn't push a ticket, you
Yeah.
know, so.
Yeah.
That was where that whole transition thing, but, and now it's not, you know, they're all used to it and they.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. No old business, so we'll move to new business. E1, consider staff report and other personnel items. It's kind of extensive, looks like.
And the updated one, it's June and it's summer, so we're in the hiring stages, so you have the updated version.
Can I get a motion for the staff report, please?
I'll make a motion to consider staff report and all personnel items. A, consider normal staff report items.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Is there any questions or anything about the updated list?
The only thing I was just gonna, point out, cause it was a little different as far as wording than what we usually see, was the salary adjustments for the recommendations and just pointing out that those are due to new certifications or education.
Yes,
That
yes.
some of the staff members have that.
Absolutely, yes,
Yeah, thank you.
That we actually have them getting more.
So for instance, the assistant principal at Benton Central has earned
Yes,
The,
gotten more.
the administration license,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. All in favor of the staff report, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. E2, consider approval of the elementary student handbook for the 2027 school year. Can I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion for approving the elementary student handbook for 26-27.
I'll make a second.
A motion and a second to consider approval of the elementary student handbook for the 26-27 school year. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? So moved. E3, consider approval of Benton Central Junior Senior High School Student Handbook for the 26-27 school year. Could I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion to consider approval of Benton Central Junior Senior High School Benton Central Junior Senior High School Student Handbook for the 2026-27 school year.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and a second. Was there any questions or anything to do with that? A few minor changes. All in favor of bringing this into play, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. E4, consider approval of the updated employee handbooks and guidelines. Could I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion to, approve the updated employee handbook and guidelines.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any question about the guidelines? Any
It's pretty
concerns?
typical, June item, just to get ready for the new school year.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. E5, consider approval of the agreement for sports medicine services between Franciscan Health Sports Medicine and Benton Community School Corporation. Could I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion to consider approval of agreement for the sports medicine services between Franciscan Health, Sports Medicine, and Benton Community School Corporation.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and a second. Was
Do you
there
mind
any?
if I explain?
Yes,
I just
please
wanna
do.
be clear on that. So this is I put up here, the previous contract that we had with Franciscan has been canceled because we are now hiring our athletic trainer through Benton Community School Corporation. However, we did, this new contract, this new agreement is for PRN. So only as necessary. If we would find ourselves in a bind or if something changes, we are still affiliated with them. So that's what that agreement is for.
Okay.
Keeps us connected with them if we need
Yeah.
them.
And it's a per hour rate.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it is.
All right. All in favor of approving this, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. E6, consider approval of memorandum of understanding between Benton Community School Corporation and the Benton Education Association. Could I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding between BCSC and the BEA.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion and a second. Was there any clarification needed on
Yeah, I
this?
just wanted to thank Monica and the team. If you remember back when we had the presentation on the new diplomas and what the counselors would be needing to do, every student needs a graduation plan. And so it falls on certain people to do that. And so we recognized that and added those positions for them to be compensated fairly for that. We also in the FFA made sure that we had an assistant and for junior high, those numbers are there. And then we added a student services department because they need to be represented at our professional development sessions. There's a comprehensive team and they need to have a leader disseminate that information. So Monica and her team helped do that, and that's what we presented today.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes. And we're doing the memorandum of understanding because we have a second year on our contract,
Yes,
correct? We're not
yes.
opening it.
Correct.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns to do with that?
Nope.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? So moved. E7, consider approval of the school liability insurance renewal. Could I get a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion to consider the approval of school liability insurance renewal.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and a second. Is there any clarification on that?
No, it's still Liberty Mutual, Eastern Alliance for workers' comp, and then IGP for the cyber. And litigation concerns, it seems like the last year it had been the storm concerns across the nation that are making things challenging. Now the litigation concerns, there's a lot of lawsuits happening, and then inflation pressures create some challenges. But overall, the cost was less than last year, so we were happy with this.
Well, that's unusual for it to go down.
Yeah.
Everyone in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. E8, we have our addition, which is a boys basketball overnight request for D1 team camp. Plan to take a varsity team, 11 players. It is held on the campus of Purdue Northwest in Hammond. We will stay in dorms the nights of June 17th and 18th. Transportation is arranged with Jen. And there's a itinerary. Do you want me to read that itinerary?
No.
Okay.
Are they taking a bus or are they doing the small buses?
It sounds like transportation is arranged with Jen, so I assume it
It's a
must be.
big bus. I think the other two are being used. Yeah. And there's, I don't know, 11 in equipment, so it's okay.
Does that mean the bus driver gets to come back though, or?
He can, but I think he's staying in the dorms and being part of the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
That's what I heard a few hours ago.
Okay.
Any other questions or clarification on this?
I'll make a motion to pass. I don't have it all written down, so.
The overnight
That's fine.
basketball request for camp at D1 team camp. That's good enough. I'll second.
Okay.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? So moved. That brings us to the public comment section. Is there any Anybody wanting to speak? Any board comments? Pretty good with those?
I will say, the construction has been very, very smooth compared to what we used to deal with now that we have Tecton on board. I feel like you go into the places, the construction site's clean, you can call them, they know what's going on. I visited them multiple times and they seem to be all doing very, very well. The meetings are very, very helpful. I think it keeps us all in the know as we go. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the conversations that they brought back to us, they definitely are working on our behalf. and
Absolutely.
With our interest in the community's interest at heart, not just their business, so.
Yep.
Good to know.
And yes, Gary.
When will you be ready to announce the new transportation director?
Tonight, right, she was approved tonight.
Ah.
Yeah, Jennifer Colkert is our transportation director, and I will put you in contact with her. She's been working here with Jennifer Wright, so approved tonight.
And it was nice that we're able to transition that where they
Yes.
work together. I think
Yes.
that's a big, big help,
Yeah.
especially since we have the largest roads in it.
She has some experience working with the Tippecanoe School Corporation Transportation Department and the Delphi School Corporation. So has some school transportation experience, and that's nice.
So it's a really big job between our athletics and extracurriculars and,
Yeah.
and the regular routes. It's just really, I don't think people even realize how big that is.
So she
Yeah.
worked last week with
Yeah.
Jen,
You have
and
to go far.
she worked last week with Jen, working this
Oh,
week,
good.
and so is, and Jennifer Wright has been a very good sport about this. She's playing, she's trying to get connected with Lafayette School Corporation, but she's doing us well, and that tells you what kind of person she is.
That's great.
Yeah.
I saw a little post about her, going away, she posted about her going away celebration, and it looked like that was very nice.
Yeah,
The
they-
team that works for her and then
Mhm.
the corporation.
They had the cake,
It was like
half of it
bittersweet.
was blue, green and gold, and then red and black. so.
Yeah, that was nice.
What did the crowd say? Something about, I hope you.
Hope your stupid,
Yeah.
your stupid coworkers and your stupid new job or something like
Yeah.
that.
Did everybody get power back?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
thankfully.
Finally. I think looking at some of the damage from other parts of the state, not too far away, we really dodged a bullet.
Yes.
It could have been so much worse.
I can't even imagine what those linemen went through the last few days.
BC's back on, right?
Yes, yeah. They got, last night, but we went ahead and canceled some school, going back tomorrow, we assessed everything, so.
I was gonna ask about something, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's still in session, it's the last week, but today they did not go.
Okay, I guess we are adjourned.
Hey, Annette, nothing during graduation, did they ever find out anything below?
No, I have no idea what that
that
was.
was crazy.
Someone said they thought they saw like a flash at one of the electronic scoreboard
Yeah,
thing,
it did
but
feel like a.
But I'm shocked that the microphone came right on.
Oh my god, how much is that gonna cost us? My first thought.
so as long as it not, I don't think anything broke, that was scary.
Thank goodness it came.
That's my fault.
No,
No, you probably don't need it.
I mean, I'm sure Corey
Thank
could
you
have
for
raised his
coming.
voice, but yeah.
Have a good.
This is the.
No, I wanted to hold off because we were trying to figure out what instrument to use, and I just wasn't ready yet. And
Somebody asked me about it last week and I was like, I will send them.
I think we, as long as we do it before, no, so nobody had question on the content.
Okay,
I think it
it's
was.
just how are we gonna implement
Yes,
it? Okay.
yes. So we'll do it in July or August.
Okay.
I forget when it's due to.
There's not my big
Okay, so we'll try
Yeah,
that.
when you didn't know? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Can everybody sign it? or what?
Yeah, check in,
Okay.
annual consent updates.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Have
a
a good
What-
time.
what-
It's
what
guys,
is
that
this?
because you're now, because
No.
you're a community school.
You have to do it. So you have to do this at one time.
Now, like, that's to be in my May.
They just unplug it.
Yeah, it'll be this
And
November.
then
On
November
the
you vote
sides.
on it?
It's like in a